I'm Manny Vitale from My Fight Our War, and I am chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today got Manny Vitale.
And they're like, what are you talking about? And I told them, I got less than 6 weeks, my organs shut down. And they're like, nah, bullshit. You heard wrong. You're hallucinating. And the doctors were there, and they walked in. They're like, man, we're sorry, but there's nothing we can do. Hospice comes in, introduces themselves. We're going to take care of them. We're going to be right there. And they're talking to me. They're like, we're going to keep you on medication up until you pass. You'll be comfortable. And I'm just sitting there having this conversation. So they take blood, and they're going to transfer everything to hospice. So I'm sitting there, and I remember, people are crying except for my mom. She's just standing there. She's like, do you want some lunch? Do you want this? I was like, Ma, I go, Ma, I'm sorry. And she's like, no. I go, Ma, we need to talk. And she's like, no. She goes, it's not up to them. She goes, it's not up to them. She goes, it's up to God. She goes, that's it. And that was it. She didn't say a word after that. So I was like, and I didn't say anything. They come in, they take my blood. 4 hours later, they come back with more people, and they take more blood. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, well, we got to keep you because there's paperwork and logistics. It's going to be a few days. Well, every 4 hours, they're drawing blood, and all these people are coming in, doctors, nurses, just for blood draw. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Every time, more people. This lasted 7 days. I'm like, listen, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to die in here. And on the seventh day, my room is full of doctors, nurses, these specialists. They're all standing around. And I'm like, what is going on? Dr. Death's at the foot of my bed. And all of a sudden, he leans over, grabs my ankle, and he's just staring at me. And all of a sudden, he looks at all these other doctors, and he smiles. And he starts laughing. And I'm like, the fuck? I go, you evil prick, man. You're sending me home to die, and you're laughing at me. Well, as soon as I said that, he looks back at them all, and they all start laughing. I'm like, am I dead already?
Yeah, like, are you guys playing fucking games with me?
Laughing at. So the girl, the younger female, the sweetheart, she starts crying again, comes over, sits down, grabs my hand, and she's grinning from ear to ear, holding my hand. She's like, Manny, we're sending you home, but not to die. I'm like, what? She goes, that's why everyone's here. She goes, we took your blood, and obviously there's going to be no activity because everything's shut down. Well, when we got the results, there was actually movement in all the levels, which we knew was a bad draw. Something was wrong. It was a bad draw. So that's why they came back. When they came back again, there was even more movement. And that's when they started getting specialists involved, coming in, checking everything out. Every time they took blood, it was changing for the better. She said, as of right now, your kidneys, pancreas, and liver are all functioning, and they're all functioning at normal limits. And all these guys, they actually started clapping and shit, and she's crying, and I'm like, and I'm still like, fuck you. I mean, wait a minute. No. I go, you told me with organ failure, you're dead. And she's like, that's why they're here. She goes, there is no coming back from this. And then the one guy comes up, he goes, you've been shot, stabbed, sepsis, appendix burst, and this. And he goes, you are here for a reason. He goes, and I'll never forget. He goes, don't fuck this up. And he got emotional. And it was insane, man. So, yeah, everything. I'm not on any medication. And, Bill, this was 5 years ago, man, 2020, when COVID shut the world down. Because they're like, you need intense rehab, 24/7 recovery. Well, when I went to the place, they're like, we're closed. Everything's shut down.
So you had to go home and do all this on your own. Basically.
I had no help, not because it wasn't there, but because of COVID. This was
AA meetings were even shut down.
Everything. So I'm sitting there, and I was doing a fifth and a half a day, and then whatever else I can get my hands on top of that. So they're like, listen, if you have withdrawal, cravings, any type of seizure activity, or you feel like you're going to harm yourself, go to ER immediately. I swear to God, since the day I walked out of there till right now, I've never had any withdrawal cravings. It's like I've never drank or did drugs. January 27th
Wow.
marks my 5 years of sobriety. I never had any counseling. I never had any 12 steps. I never had a sponsor because it wasn't available.
Yeah.
But and that's why they got this wolf in my fight or war. I said, man, listen, if this isn't an open your eyes, come to God moment, nothing is. And so I one day, in fact, here's the this is the actual my fight or war. 2 years ago, I was sitting at the table and I go, I got to do something, and I wrote my fight or war, and I'm like, what the hell? Because I knew
what made you even want to get into the podcasting game? Like what?
Well, what happened was I knew, like I said, that first responder instinct. I always did like helping, and after this finally opened my eyes, I'm like, listen, I gotta share. Listen, I'm alive for a reason, and this has got to be my reason to give back. So, but I didn't do it immediately. I did a lot of this, which I always did my whole life. It took me 3 years. I didn't start my fight or war till 2023. And yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I didn't do shit. One day, I'm sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden, this feeling came over me. I'm like, tonight's the night. So it was January the 8th, 2023. I got up, walked into the kitchen, sat down. As you know, I know nothing of nothing when it comes to IT stuff. So I got to go to Facebook, start this thing. So I'm pushing buttons, how to start a club, how to start a page, how to start this. And I go, well, shit, I need a name. I can't just say, hey, all you drug addicts, follow me. So I swear I took my pen, and this is no bullshit, man. And this is the actual paper. I sat there and I'm like, God, what am I going to call it? And I've always loved wolves. I've got a huge one tattooed on my back. And all of a sudden I just went and I wrote it this way on an arc, my fight, our war. This is the actual paper. And I wrote it and I'm like, what the fuck, my fight, our war. And all of a sudden I look up my fight. It might be liquor. It might be heroin. It might be meth, fentanyl, whatever it is, might be your fight. But our war is addiction. And I just remember looking up going, man, you're good. My fight, our war. So I wrote it down.
Good. That is a great name.
And then I still had the pen in my hand. I was like, and I just leaned over and I wrote this: join our pack, you'll never be alone. And all of a sudden I looked up and I got a huge wolf that was hanging on my wall. That's supposed to be a wolf. But and it
close enough.
It went from that to this. And here we are, January 9th. We just celebrated our 2nd year anniversary of My Fight Our War. And January 27th, I just celebrated 5 years of sobriety.
Congratulations, man. That's incredible.
You, and
it really is.
In the process, I'm sorry, but as far as doing this, I never, ever thought I'd do this because I would get nervous talking to myself. And I remember having to talk to some friends at work one time, like a little show and tell in-service thing. These were my buddies, just like 2 or 3 of them. As soon as I got up in front of the room, I started like hyperventilating. I started sweating. I'm like, fuck this. Now I go live all the time. I did my first show as a guy heard my story. Brad McLeod, Sober's Cool, and Dan and Donna, Hard Knocks. They're like, dude, we heard about your story. I went on, did their show. I'm like, this shit's cool. I go, I want to do what you guys are doing. They helped lead me to what you see now, which led me to meet Bill Staxx, chatting with Staxx.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk to you about is, what was it like when you left the club?
You know what? It was not an issue at all, because one thing I always gave just nothing but respect, even to some of the fuckers that gave me shit, like that dude that tried to have all this shit happen. I tried to, kind of look at things instead of just reacting the way I used to do. Now I stopped. It was like, okay, let's think about it before you just go off. And I remember talking to the president and the main guys. I'm like, listen, man, I need to step away. I got nothing but love and respect for everybody here. Uh, I will still be here. I just cannot be where to cut. I need to focus on me and my life. And I was just straight up and everything. It was, hey, listen, man. We're here. We're family, and they're great guys, man. The way that things were handled, it was first of all the way you better be real and don't bullshit. Don't walk in there trying to play a game because it'll come back to bite you. But the guys were amazing. Were right there to help out. With just talking, man, just sitting there talking. So it was a very good relationship before, during, and after. So that's how that went.
So you hand in your cut?
That was tough, man. And there's been more than one phone call, over back over the years. It's been a while, and it's like you want to come on down? It's like I'm good. So there's, like I said, there's that mutual love and respect, man, and it'll always be there. It'll always be there.
Hey, man, you're doing great things now, and the sky's the limit, right?
Oh, I tell you, the people that I've met, and I never thought that such a fuck up story, like mine, but then meeting all these people and hearing their stories and hearing your story, I was just like, I don't know how many times, man, when you were sitting there and we're talking and you're going from here to here and everything's just getting to the point where I was like, whew, I go, okay, well, after that, and I'll never forget, you were like, and wait, there's more. I remember it sounded like that infomercial. Hey, if you order now, you can get this, and this. Yeah, but there's more. Your shit was unreal, and it was just shows the intensity of the lives that we live. And for the ones of us who are still blessed to be here, there's a couple things you could do. You could sit back and enjoy your life, which no one would blame you for, and focus on you and your family. You could do, just leave it at that. Or you could do what you and I are doing. Get in front of a camera, telling our stories, letting people know, yeah, man, a lot of shit went down. We did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of people, but if you truly want to, you can turn shit around, man. And not only turn your life around, but help others. And by you and your story and what you're doing now, I tell you, man, you are helping so many people.
Thank you, man. Whatever happened to the guy that shot you?
He went to prison. I can't remember how many years he was in there. Last I heard, he got out. And for a while there, I was, keeping tabs and stuff. And then I finally had to let it go for my own peace of mind. And I heard from someone else that he was back in from drinking and driving, violation of parole. But that's the end of it. I could care less where he is or if he's still even alive or not. If he is, good luck to you.
You got a wild story, and you're helping a lot of people. Everyone watching, just remember, you could start your life over today. Today could be the first day of the rest of your life. You don't have to keep living like that. And I thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure. And like I said, after being together, we had the pleasure of me and Bill hanging out this past weekend. And it was great meeting you and just chit-chatting. And this isn't the end. You're going to be seeing a lot more of myself and the one and only Bill Staxx, chatting with Staxx.
Definitely.
So I appreciate you giving me this opportunity, brother.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
Just let me know whatever you need. And like I said, I can't stress enough. I will definitely make it worth your while too.
Yeah, definitely. So where can people find your podcast? And is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Yes, well, as you met OG, man, my admin, she's amazing. She keeps this madness together. I mean, so God bless you, OG. Thank you. Please, you could reach out, go to YouTube to My Fight Our War. Please subscribe there, follow us there, like us there, all that good stuff. And also over to TikTok, if you could follow us there, that would help tremendously, as well as Instagram, Spotify, all under My Fight Our War.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what goes on in the future.
We're gonna have some fun, brother.
Definitely. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad. Start your own podcast. Peace.